We talked about LEDs a lot, and I kind of went through some simple ones. Now there's like this level, there's like the way up there level. JoelForce is a guy, you've probably seen him in Discord. He showed me Vixen. And have you guys seen Vixen before? Anybody seen Vixen? That's the higher end stuff. So it's like you get your whole yard, your trees, your windows, your garage door, your everything kind of flashing and blinking and doing a bunch of different things, all with music and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's like those fancy displays. Now, I'm not planning on doing anything that crazy with mine. Hopefully never, but I do like it. It's like Xlight. So, but what I was really happy about and what I got so excited about was when Joel kind of walked me through this, how to get Vixen working. It was really easy and easy enough that you could even do it on a small scale and still enjoy it and still be able to do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So that's what we're going to do. Back to the controller, the hardware part. So one of the cool things that Joel found out for me and made possible for me was he made an Arduino sketch that is ready to go on a D1 Mini. The D1 Mini will connect to your network, so then any computer that you've got on your network that's running the Vixen software can connect to that D1 Mini and can change things. So you'll be able to change and update your sequences and your shows and stuff. So the first thing is get yourself a D1 Mini. What you're going to need to do is you probably have, there's only 3 libraries that you need. You probably already have Adafruit NeoPixel or Adafruit NeoPixel. That one's easy to get. If not, if you don't have it, just go to Sketch, include library, manage libraries, and then search for it. Okay, no big deal there. Same thing with the ESP Wi-Fi. Stop, leave me alone. Same thing with the ESP Wi-Fi library. You'll need that one, but that one you can also get just through including libraries. Now this other one, this E31 or E131.h. So if you search for it in your library manager and you don't see it, you can use this link. Then the next thing that you need to do is you need to just put in the number of pixels that you're going to have in your string. Now we're starting basic, and this is as far as I know to this point, and that's to put it all in, one controller, one pin, one string of lights. Okay. We obviously are going to want to do more. So that might mean more D1 Minis, more controllers. That might mean multiple pins off of the D1 Mini. But for now, for getting started, we're going to do one string. So put in the number of pixels that you have in that string. I'm going to put in 150 because if things go well, I'm going to load this on the D1 Mini and put it on my the lights that I have up here on the window, and hopefully get to show you guys. I got the webcam pointing at the window and my little lights that I've been testing with forever, and hopefully we can get it to work. So it'll either work or it'll explode. You got it, cowboy. You got it. But anyways, this is just defining which pin. Once you put your SSID and password in there, and then I'm just going to hit verify. I've got a D1 Mini here. The tools settings that you need. So it's a D1 Mini. This is the right baud rate. That's all the same. You need this higher bandwidth. He said this was important. And then of course, make sure you got your right port selected, and that's about it. So now we're going to upload it. Open up your serial port so that you can get the IP address of the D1 Mini. That's just the easiest way to do it. That part is done. We have now flashed this sketch onto our D1 Mini, and that has prepared our D1 Mini to function as a controller for a Vixen, what are we going to call it? Sequence? Element? Anyways. All right. And now we're going to start up Vixen. Okay. The first thing that we'll do now is we will set up a display. So we're going to just hit set up display. Over here, we want to pick this one. So you've got a right hand column and left hand column. Let's make sure you can see all that. So the right hand column is going to be the controller, and the left hand column is going to be the element. So over here for controllers, the controller that we want to select is this one, the E131. Okay, and then we're going to click add. We're going to give it a name, whatever, we'll call it Vixen. How many outputs? Okay, so this was one of those terminology issues that I had. Outputs is the actual individual LEDs. So in each of these pixels, when we're talking about these guys, right? These guys, or your, on your strips, got LEDs everywhere, as a good tinkerer should, right? So these little guys here, each one of these has 3 actual LEDs in it. Probably 90% of you guys already knew that, but just so we're clear. So there's a red one, a green one, and a blue one. You need to tell it each individual LED. That means my string here, that's 150 pixels, is going to be, math in your head, 450 outputs. So 3 LEDs per pixel. Now we can go over here, and in the elements, on the elements side, we're going to select generic numbered group. Okay, and we're going to add, and what we're going to do, we're going to make 3 groups. Well, actually, let's make 1 group, and then we'll divide it into 3 subgroups. So let's make 1 group that is office window, item prefix, whatever. Let's just call it LED, or we'll call it pixel. I like that terminology, pixel. Now, when it says item count, this is the actual number of pixels. So in my case, with my string, that's 150. So, all right, so what I'm going to do, I just want to break this up. So what I've got is I've got the strip of lights going up the window, across, and down. Now, if I wanted to be precise, I would count how many pixels it is until it hits the corner, and then how many pixels it is across the top. We're a little crunched for time. It's already 8:30. I should be putting kids to bed right now. But we're just going to grab the first 50 pixels, and I think we can make a new group. Yeah, we're going to create a new group, and the group name is going to be, we're going to say right vertical. Okay, great. And then we're going to take 51 to 100, and we're going to make that a different group. So create group, and we're going to call that one horizontal. Okay, and then we're going to take 101 to 150, and we're going to create a new group, and we're going to call that one left vert. All right. So this will be important when we get to setting up the sequence and how it dances, because we can make different things happen on the sides than we do on the top. Let's see. We need to do. Let's select. I think we have to select all these, correct, and then we have to do this color handling. Right. So we'll go down here to color handling, hit this little gear. And then we have to tell it what kind of lights these are. So down here, we're going to select this because this is the kind of lights I have. They can be any color. They're full RGB and mixed to make any color. Yes, that's what we've got. So we're going to select this one. And then the color sequence, these are 2812s, which I believe are RGB. But if they were a different color order, then you would select your color order. So you kind of got to know that. Or if you guess and you guess wrong, you just come back here later and change it. But I'm going to leave it as RGB. So I do that. Okay, so it's going to assign color properties to all 150 of my pixels. Okay. All right, so now I'm selecting this group up here, and I'm gonna also select this Vixen over here. Now I'm gonna kind of pair this controller with the elements, right? So to do that, I've got 450 over here. So this will patch 450 element patch points to 450 controller outputs. Okay, so because I've got 150 pixels and I told them that they're RGB, now it knows that there are 450 element patch points. Again, vocabulary that would have sent me for a loop, and I would have had no idea what I was talking about or what it was talking about. But anyways, it's going to now match these 450 LEDs with these 450 LEDs on the controller. So I just hit patch element and patch to points on the controller, done. And these should all have green dots, and that means we're in good shape. Green dots, green dots. Okay, on the controllers, right click, configure, and then down here at the bottom, you have to add a destination. And you can't read it because, I don't know, this thing's, again, it's built for like Windows 95 or something. So we're done. I can hit OK, we're done. We set up the display. So now we're going to set up the sequence. First thing, we'll just go to new sequence. This is really nice because this is a timeline that is going to be your show. These are seconds. And if you want to add an element to all of them together, you can take one of the elements from over here and you can just drag it and drop it on Office. Oh, but let's hook up the hardware now before we get too far into this, because we're going to actually want to see this, right? So let's see if we can, let's just see. We're going to drag this over here and see what happens. And then, oh, the preview. I got to turn on the preview over here. Oh, they're on and they're alternating. Beautiful, beautiful. It's working. Can you guys see? Let's make it so you can see. So there we go. Okay. So now, we can change what we're doing here by putting different elements in different places. So I put this one element right on top of the Office window, which was the whole thing, right? Oh, they're blinking. Oh, that's because you're moving it a little. There you go. Dawson has to hold very still. You have to hold very still. The world depends on it. Christmas will be ruined if you drop that, Dawson. Okay. So because I set this up as right vert, horizontal, and left vert, I can do different things on different parts of it. So I can take the alternate. Let's put the alternate on the horizontal. And so you can see, can you see it? It's just on part of it. You can't really see the right-hand side, but you can see some of it. And then I will put I'll put twinkle on the right vert. So let's see if we can turn this camera just a little so you can see. Okay. And then I will put, pulse maybe on the left vert. Yeah, that's fine. And then with these ones that are white, I just need to go in here and change the color. So I'll just go in here, click this guy, and we'll pick us a different color. Something good like that. And then I can pick it, like make it a gradient somehow. I don't know. Over here, pick a different color. It wants me to save. That's cool. It's got a feature where it wants me to save. So if you move it, did it come off? It went off. I don't know. It might have just done it because it. Yeah. So just hold it still. Who needs solder? Who needs the soldering iron when you have a little boy that can hold things for you? Okay. So now I've changed some of the colors. Cool. Can you see that on there? You can sort of see over there. Okay. So now, if I want this whole thing to actually play, let's stretch this out a little bit just so it has a few seconds worth of stuff. Because I hit this effect preview, but that'll only show me whichever one I have highlighted here. If I want to see them all, then I need to go over here and just hit play. And now you can see we've got twinkling over here, we've got alternating over there, and we've got pulsing. And it's only going to run for a few seconds because my show is only 5 seconds long or whatever. But there it is. Okay, now we're going to play this. And you should be able to see we've got different things happening. We've got blinking there. And it's only going to last a couple seconds, and then I'm going to have to redo it. You get the idea. And so now the time comes to just tinker around with this and decide what I really want to have play in different parts of the house, right? So the next thing I want to show you, the last bit here, is how you can set this up with a preview. So I'm going to close this thing down. It's going to say, do you want to save it? I'll say, sure, save it, whatever. Set up previews. See that one there? Set up previews. We're going to add a new preview. Configure preview. Is this where I need to go? Yeah. We're going to have to imagine briefly then that there's a picture of my house here. So what I will do then is I can take a line like this and I can draw like one of the, well, we'll draw the window. Okay, so we've got this right vertical here. And then we've got another one that's going to go this way. And then we've got another one that's going to go down. And then I need to link these. So I need this one to actually be the right vert. Select this right vertical one. And I want to link it to this, which I can't remember now. How do I do that? Click linked element. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody help the doctor. That's a joke. That's a joke in the hospital. Somebody help the doctor, please. So that'll be the right vert. Okay, beautiful. And then I can do this one. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, now it's showing. Okay, it's playing. It's hard to see because it's really skinny, but it played. I just had to open up my sequence here and play it. But now you can see this one's fading in and out, this one's twinkling, and this one's alternating back and forth. So victory, victory, victory. Oh. Okay, all right. So fun times. I was super excited. Like this is a level of customizing of those LEDs. Oh, I didn't put the music. Okay, this is really, really, really the last thing that we're gonna do. And I'm not sure I've got any songs on here to play, but what does everybody ask you? Those of you that have the lights up, well, almost everybody, when I first started showing off my lights, they were like, well, does it go to music? And of course I had to say no, because it didn't. But with this, you can add music. So I don't have much on here for music. I think I really only have, I'm just going to put some sound bites on here. How about some Star Wars quotes? I don't even know which one this is, but we'll just we'll just click that one. Where'd it go? Not responding. Okay, there it goes. So anyways, here it is. Okay, suggest a new strategy, let the Wookiee win, whatever. It doesn't matter. What it does is when you put the sound file here, it lines it up. It tells you where in time different parts of the music are happening. And so then you just have to adjust your effects, and you can add, if you wanted a different effect at a specific time, you can line that up with whatever's happening in the music, okay? And then for the output, where does that go? Up here is your audio device. So you've got this connected to your computer. Now you've got to have an output to go to the speakers or whatever you want to play that music while this is happening. So
as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. Bye 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 bye.
Thanks a bunch, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.